Howdy cowdies, weekly walkabout time at the collector. Been flat knacker again, we've got lots of nice stuff. Some nice Australian silver in amongst that little bag. There's a Peter Gertler little gum nut and gum leaf stick pin in amongst there and some other nice bits. Lovely little Art Deco compact. Silver and gold rings and this lovely 9-carat gold sort of bow brooch. Really nice little hallmark silver fruit knife there, but you can see the tip of the blade's a little bit bent. Really nice paperweight with that lovely little glass thimble with the Millefiori canes. Got some more nice silver and other costume jewellery. Big silver scorpion ring over the back's cool, and that little bag over the back as well with all of the button hooks and stuff is really nice. This is all hallmark silver, napkin rings and little sugar nips and stuff. And more hallmark silver. Little salt pots, lovely little heart-shaped trinket box there. There's a Mimco necklaces and a good big lot of footy cards. Got a nice little Decca portable gramophone. 1930s side tables, lovely. This is really nice, the low sort of Sheraton-style nursing chair. It's really quite nice. Lovely inlaid decoration across the backrest and these nice little fine carved designs as well. Really quite nice thing. Lovely inlaid decoration all over it, down the legs and everything. Ripper. Lovely little Indian sort of, I think it's like a little lift top jewellery box or coffee table. You can see it's all sort of velvet lined inside there. Little drawer underneath. It's pretty cool. It's all hand painted and everything. Fantastic big trunk. You can fit a couple of people in that if you're lucky. And we found, person who brought it in found an old 1939 French train ticket, I think, in amongst it, which is pretty cool. Heavy concrete pedestal, fold up little sort of mid-century Russian auto trolley, and the nice little fold up chair as well. But he's a ripper, that little fold up sort of mid-century Russian thing. What else have we got? Pretty cool old pith helmet, pair of Johnny Reb short sort of classic biker boots. Then we've got this really nice men's trench coat, really nice sort of maroon and black sort of houndstooth pattern. Great collection of knitted wool jumpers. This one from the 1980s is pretty cool. There's other good sort of cardigans and stuff in there as well, and some cool leather jackets, corduroy, leather, suede. Good group lots. What else have we got? Ephemera, motorcycling sort of books and ephemera. Big lot of napery with some cool clothes. Great pair of sort of really cool sort of 70s skirt and other cool stuff in amongst there. Oil tins and motoring stuff. A wrestling ring with some shock absorbers and a 45 RPM little single rack, which is a little ripper. Some interesting books and ephemera here. Blamai Young, lovely old Ida Ruthwaite. Songs for young and old, but it's been sort of, it is as found, so a lot of the pages have been coloured in and stuff like that. There's just some interesting good early Australian stuff. Indians of early Chicago. Just a nice little box lot. Cool little 1980s Sanyo stereo system. Good lot of CDs. Eminem, the Lemonheads, Cat Empire. There's some cool stuff in amongst. Metallica, Jeff Buckley, R.A.M., Faith No More, Def FX. Power tools, the Hitachi grinder there, and this nice big drop saw. Another nice collection of oil tins, drums, grease. And here we have the lights, the lamp section. So you got the nice bronze of Atlas with the globe on his shoulders. Lovely Melrose lamp. This is really nice. This one, beautiful LED light shade on the sort of Tiffany style. Another nice LED light hanging shade, and the nice Victorian converted, oil lamp converted to electric. There you go, you got Pinocchio hanging out in his bowl. It's a nice big carved tribal bowl though, with all the mother of pearl. We've put them two bits with a little music stand in the print. Another group lot, lovely old ledger, nice little mid-century sort of alarm clock there, and some old games and papers and ephemera. Records. What else have we got? Lots of nice stuff in the other jewellery cabinet. So this little serving set, all hallmark sterling silver handles. These other pieces are also silver. Got some nice jewellery, lovely little lady's fob watch there, I think with the face from a Perth jeweller. Advertising button hooks, about 100 Australian or Victorian halfpenny stamps. Lovely old nurse's belt. Old button hooks with the sterling silver handles. Ilmi Simul is the artist. There's a book plate, I think, and a couple of other little works on paper. Another lovely collection of button hooks. These are all sort of quite small ones, or ones that actually fold up into a compact little sort of piece. Office chair, black leather office chair with the lamp. These are really nice. The Chinese silk embroidered sort of sashes. Victorian still life paintings, oil paintings, painting on glass in the nice big pastel. They're actually nice things. More Castrol tins. Edwardian overmantle is an absolute ripper. Nice collection of paintings, oil paintings, prints. There's a nice big June Wood or June Woods watercolour. Jean Connell in front. Yeah, it's a nice little group lot. We've got some more occasional furniture and a nice old Singer sewing machine. Bears and stuff. All packaged items. This thing does everything. Black and white TV, AM, FM radio, lantern, flashlight, siren, thermometer, compass. Like, it does everything. And then we've got a big lot, about 5 or 6 boxes and some lamps. This thing's pretty amazing. And the nice big sort of cantilever one as well. Boxes of watches and sort of doctor's instruments to look in your bloody ears and stuff like that. I really like this old iceberg butter box. It's in a lot of 78 RPMs with some cool old sheet music as well. Soft toys, Care Bears, Beanie Babies and other stuff. There's some good kids' toys and ephemera and some old comic books. Rocketeer #2, Daredevil, Captain America's in there as well, Ginger Megs. Boxes of stuff. Some nice decorative oil paintings and frames. You can see a bit of damage here and there. Audio-visual gear, another nice little group lot. And then we've got all the footy cards with a nice big box full of all footy records, heaps of grand final ones in amongst. Big lot of costume jewellery. Die-cast, there's a cool Shell tanker in amongst here and the Pepsi Cola truck. Nice little expandable sewing box with another nice little sort of mid-century shelf. Carved wooden panel. Nice collection of Victorian furniture. Nice little sort of decorative Middle Eastern oil painting there, which is signed lower left. All right, nice little sort of busy street scene. Another lovely Chinese silk embroidered panel. This is pretty cool, the Gliga. And they make violins. Gliga make violins. It's from an old music shop or something like that. And this is a cool bit. The Paragon Register. There you go. It's like a sort of duplicating register bloody thing. There you go. It's got the original paperwork from Park Motors in Dandenong. Pretty cool. Wedgwood jewellery display cabinet. Fantastic sort of spring-loaded kids' toy ride-on sort of park thing. It's really cool. And then there's that guy. Yep. If you put him in your room and went to bed, you would wake up dead. And I know I said you'd wake up dead. It's the point. He's fantastic, the ventriloquist dummy. I don't know his name. I think we found a bit of stuff about him. Funnily enough, he's usually got his wife with him. But yeah, he's fantastic. It's just kind of psycho. All right, decorative oil paintings. You got this one here after Monet, featuring the the Japanese bridge in this garden at Givonnet. You got this one, which is after Bruegel. And then you got this one, which is not after anybody. It's just a hunt scene. But it's nice big oil painting on canvas, just unsigned. Little frame on that. Oh, that's actually a nice little thing. It has got some initials down the bottom here, RW, and then dated 01 or something like that. Good big collection of Beatles books. This is a nice lot of sort of Australian 1930s poker work, doily presses, another nice sort of poker work tray. There's a nice inlaid tray down the bottom, but that little frame's really quite nice. Big lot of dolls, including the box Disney Princess set. Nice big lot of Australian pottery. Hoffman, Jucket, Mingay, Remude, Diana. All sorts of gear. Really like that little mini jardiniere. It's not marked. It's just a nice little bit. Nice collection of clocks, EP&S. This nice little one here, all inlaid with the sort of, I think it's a visible escarpment. Something like that, and it's actually working. But it's missing 2 feet. It's on an angle. Records, bit of Rolling Stones, New Zealand pressing, Sticky Fingers. Footy gear, cool little group lot. He's good, that little South Melbourne Swans grill badge to go on your car. Lego stuff, some boxed pieces, and you got half a Renault Formula 1 set. Clocks, ephemera, some nice old London Illustrateds. This Tunisia book's a ripper. Alright. And we've got some nice paintings this week. Frank Knight, really nice watercolour. It's a study for another painting. You can see down here, rough for painting, sandling. Alright, there's a nice little thing. I think it was exhibited at Australian galleries. That's one of their little labels on the back there. Robbie Wellington oils, a ripper. These are nice. The set of 3 Rod Rowland oils framed as one. Grampian miniatures. Some really nice John Colin Angus oil. Pretty typical of his sort of landscape palette knife. Just good thing. Alexander Johns, I think. Big lino cut. Kind of cool. He signs a lot of the time lino prints. You get it? Lino print. Lino prints. That's cool. Exhibition buildings in Melbourne. Done quite recently. Just a ripper. Charlie Harper, who's an American artist. This is a good little thing called Koala Koala. Nice little colour lithograph. You got this nice big John R. Neeson etching. Huge big thing. There you go, absolute ripper. And this is a real good bit. Eliza Anscombe, 1892. He's a New Zealand painter. And this is The Cliffs, which is the name of the house was called The Cliffs. It's also known colloquially as Cargill's Castle. And it was gutted by fire in 1892. As you can see, this is in ruin. All right. But it's probably been painted, it's dated 1892, so it's been painted a little bit after the fire. It's a fantastic bit though. You can see there is a little bit of bitumen cracking here and a bit of damage also. But this is a lovely bit by quite an obscure New Zealand painter, Eliza Anscombe. Her mum, she had the same name, so she's Eliza Anscombe Jr. Her mum, I think, was one of the original people who signed the suffragette movement. She had a lot to do with that. She was an early Victorian philosopher, her mum. This is just a cool thing. Little worker going back to work to clean up the mess. It's just a ripper of a bit. Nicely presented in the original frame. All right, 2 more nice clocks. Dolls and Bears. Really nice chip carved box with this nice still life panel, which is signed ES. Some nice clocks. I really like this Smith's one here with a nice little key you can see and the nice pendulum in there as well. You got a couple of noddies and a golly. Some novelty decanters. Big lot of Australian pottery. Eric Juckett. Carroll is the big vase over the back. Remude. Studio Anna. Little Sydney pottery in Sydney. Just a nice big lot. More silver. Frames, clocks, napkin rings. More novelty decanters. Inlaid wooden panels, nice collection of walking sticks, fiddleback blackwood and stuff. The big Geelong Barrackers boot, we've put that with the boxed Tommy Robot. More book plates, U2 records, these are a good lot. The She-Hulk comics, Marvel She-Hulk, I think it's number 2, 3 and 4, something like that. They're all in pretty damn good condition as well. This is a nice little collection of tins and other items. Rifle grenade 303-inch ballistite. This is nice. This adjustable brass lens. You got the other nice tins, micrometers and stuff. This is a cool little bit. Of this article is made from the English oak beams removed from the belfry of St Paul's Cathedral in 1963 and is sold to aid in its restoration appeal. There you go. Cool thing. Some nice faceted crystal perfume bottles. You got the ones with the pagodas and that nice big one over the back. This is a cool bit. The Rolling Stones 1966 tour booklet. Harry M. Miller presents. Made in Australia. Coca-Cola Championship yo-yo with a little Chinese tin toy space rocket. 3 really nice 1/18 scale die cast. Jag and the Lambo. Couple of damn cool cars. This is the ripper. I know we sold the Wrigley's PK chewing gum box last week. But this week, we got Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum. There you go. And it's nice with this lovely sort of coloured bottom box there. All right. Here's a great bit. It's in pretty damn good condition, all things considered. All right. Collection of walking sticks. They've all got hallmark sterling silver, little sort of thumb grips here or little silver collars around them and stuff like that. Another nice clock, the Dutch clock with Atlas up the top again, holding the world on his shoulders. Ladder axe, reproduction tin sign. Another nice lot of Australian pottery, Eric Jacket. You got the nice masks. You got all this studio stuff as well, all signed with monograms. Little impressed marks and stuff to the bases. That one's kind of familiar. It reminds me of Ivan England or someone, but I don't think it's him. And this as well is Justin somebody or other. Justin Whitehill, something like that. But the big Eric Jacket one's nice. It's actually marked Epsilon Wear, which is one of his earlier marks. More nice little collection of canes and swagger sticks. Cabinet plates. Nice lot of Japanese ceramics. This little Majolica pedestal's nice. You got Noritake pieces. Nice little Satsuma salt shaker. All right, nice mixed lot of glass, Italian, Orifice, Vans, the French stuff. More silver. Really like this little silver dish with the mother of pearl, but it's got that crack through it, which is a bugger. The little lid's a bit cactus, but nice little group. Good quality English. You got Wedgwood and Poole and Dalton, Royal Albert and stuff. I think there's a little Worcester basket. Some box toys, Speed Racer, but he's missing the bloke. Star Wars Flash Speeder and this Sky Team thing. Art glass, Australian pottery and ceramics. And a couple of nice bits of poker work. English character and Toby jugs. Good lot of cameras. Nice little autographic one in amongst here with the stylus. And you got some nice sort of Bakelite Art Deco looking ones as well in amongst. Good lot of motorcycle repair, vintage and modern. A Lancia Aprilia, it's actually a car repair. Thought it was a motorbike with the Aprilia brand. These are a good lot. These are parts catalogues for Indian motorcycles and Harley Davidson's ones as well. And then we've got all these cool military toys, plastic soldiers, a Messerschmitt, Navy boats, a Harrier jump jet, a King Tiger tank in a box, and a tank periscope. There you go. More button hooks, all with nice sort of ivory, bone and mother of pearl handles. Couple of cool little etchings by Melinda Wills. Some pipes. Nice lot of oil stuff, including the lovely vacuum oil spout. 3 really nice Collins and Morgan Street directories, 1923-24, 1951, and this one in 1955 is in really good condition. You got the nice old Harley decal. This is a ripper, the 1926, I think, BSA motorcycle catalogue. Sure, it's not a reprint. I've found reprinted issues and they're nothing like this. This is an absolute ripper. It's in great condition. Good lot of CDs, bit of Placebo, Johnny Winter, The Clash, Tom Waits. 2 big boxed Buddy L tin toys, the Star Wars jigsaw puzzles and 3D puzzles. Some Matchbox dinky toys in their boxes with a pretty cool skull money box. And then we've got some cool gear down the back. Love this umbrella. As you can see, it actually needs the umbrella part, but how nice is that little carved decoration around the handle here? Really nice. And the nice little hook up the top. Some nice wooden pieces, the fretwork photograph of a World War I French soldier, but there is a bit of damage on the frame, and this is a lovely box as well, but I don't think this is extremely old. Nice collection of coloured glass. Can't remember who the swan is, but Gail found it. It's nice, that opalescent swan. A lovely little blue Davidson little base. Art Nouveau copper embossed frame. Unmarked amphora, I'm pretty sure. And this is a nice lot of art glass, vintage and modern. You've got some nice Scandinavian stuff, Italian stuff. Kind of like that little slump glass bowl there on the 3 feet. Just nice contrasting colours. Chinese Oriental ceramics, the Famille rose platter is lovely, but there is a little bit of damage. 2 boxed Wedgwood Christmas decorations and a nice little Claris Cliff dish. It's a lovely bit. Hand-painted porcelain tile. There you go. The Nightingale Gallery, Ballard, Washington. So that was for a famous Art Nouveau exhibition. It's been done after the poster, but it's all hand-painted on porcelain. It's lovely. Glass paperweights and a nice Murano glass pussycat, but it is a little bit damaged on his ears. Johnson Brothers retro little tea set. Really nice collection of sort of aqua, teal, sort of bluey, greeny coloured glass. Really like this little one in the top there with those 3 rib sections down the bottom. This is a nice lot, this, of all the Wedgwood bisque figures, including the circa 1900 Collingwood Women's Cheer Squad. Kind of funny, you know. Skanda, the big Tibetan guardian of monasteries and teachings. Nice big ceramic figure, he's a ripper. These little Claire de Vie or something it is, can't remember her name, the little enamelled teapots. A couple of them have got a little bit of damage, but I really like that yellow one. It's just lovely. Nice thing. All right, and into the last cabinet, more chip carved trays and a lovely box. Nice silver frame mirror marked, I think, 850 or something, and another silver embossed plaque in a nice big frame. Heaps of the glass negatives, photographic negatives. Lovely copper sort of clock there. Case is sort of Art Nouveau shape, but all the decorations sort of Adam style. Some Victorian, including that lovely paper mache handled tray. Susie Cooper, Carlton ware, Empire ware. Really nice Wilkinson vase there with a little flambeau foxy, but he's had his ear off. And this is a nice bit. Little Indian, all hand-painted little alabaster dish. You got the Ellis vase, which has got a couple of bits of damage, unfortunately, so I've put it with 3 nice little sort of retro Wembley jugs. White Friars, Bagley, Victorian. Really nice Art Deco hand-painted warming set. Isabel, big Australian pottery hand-decorated wall plaque by Helen Illich. Nice big Victorian hand-painted uranium glass vase. And then we've got some lovely books and ephemera to end the sale with. So we've got these 2 bound volumes, Scientific American. We've got a Chandler's catalogue and another sales brochure on the back of that. Picturesque Port Phillip. 1760 book. 2 other 18th century books. This is a good one. I think Tales, A Letter from Sydney. So limited edition book in its slipcase, the Jester Press in Melbourne. This is another one. This is the book plates by Sir Lionel Lindsay. All right, once again in its slipcover. I think Littlewood Press has produced that. Good old Robert Littlewood. Fantastic little booklet, Picturesque Port Phillip, about 1920, 1930. What else have we got? These are fantastic. You Bastard Moriarty and The Coming Out. So these are really cool, especially this. This is a book. When you open it up, you've got pages stuck in Watson pages from the phone directory. So this is all limited edition published. Denham Groves is the artist and the author who's done the majority of works through this. There's etchings and lino cuts and stuff like that. They're all signed by the author, artist, and which jackets are this? Just trying to find it. Here we go. Written by Black Jack of Ballarat, also known as Derham Groves, Littlewood Press, Melbourne, 1996. So there's a signed photograph of the author. So on every page, on the opposing page, there's other signed lino cuts and works on paper as well. All right, it's sort of like a cool fictional book. There you go, there's the printer and the author. And there's all the details in the back, limited to number 92. All right, the Coming Out is just another little book published to go with You Bastard Moriarty. Bastard. Just a great thing. And then there's this, A Young Man in a Nail Can, McRobinson's book. Great thing. It is a little bit damaged. All right, but it's nice. I can't recall seeing it with a cover or that cover before. But anyway, so yeah, some nice things to finish off, some nice books and ephemera. Anyway, guys, hopefully you're well, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Be good.